Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael, and this is Happy Ghost Reacts. Today, I will be continuing my reaction series of Jujutsu Kaisen with episode 5 called Curse Womb Must Die 2. I did not know this was a two-parter, but it makes sense given the ending of last episode. Before I jump into my little recap of last episode, I want to clear up two things that I misunderstood. Well, two things I misunderstood, and one cool little neat detail I caught during a rewatch of the first episode of the show. So one of the things it did not click for me was that the cursed womb was the curse from last episode, the one that Sukuna killed with his Jujutsu technique and took the finger from. Explains why that happened. That makes a lot of sense. In my head, I was taking it like in episode 3 where there was multiple curses that were doing all this stuff, but somebody cleared it up to me that the womb that we saw at the end of episode 3 was in fact the curse that we saw last episode, doing all that stuff to the juvenile center. Speaking of the end of episode 3, I misread the ending, saying that it said no one died. It said one of them died. Now that's kind of concerning because I don't want any of them to die. I wonder if it's kind of like a thing that happens because of whatever's going to happen this episode, where the only thing that makes sense to me is if something happened to Itadori with Sukuna and whatever is about to happen, because I don't really think, I hope none of the students die. I don't want to see them die. We're just getting to know them. But yeah, I misread it saying no one died when it was one of them died. But yeah, and then the one other thing I caught from the first episode was this was right as Itadori had the finger in hand after rescuing his club mates, and then the curse that we saw on the rugby field was coming out of the ceiling, and Megumi pushed him out of the way. He gets knocked back, and this was the first time we actually saw him try to use the bird curse. I'm gonna call it a bird because that's basically what it was. Maybe it was like an owl with the flat face. Maybe I'm just misremembering, but it was a bird nonetheless. When he was like doing this, he tried to do that in the first episode, and he was unsuccessful because he was injured. Personally, I'm curious how that fight would have went, given that he was able to summon that curse. Does that curse have more abilities than just flying? Is that more of a utility curse, unlike the demon dogs who eat the curses, which gets rid of them? I don't know. But I thought it was a cool little thing that I found after watching this last episode and then rewatching some of the episodes while I waited to get into recording a new episode again. So besides the point, last episode we followed Itadori, Megumi, and Nubara, I think that's how I should say it, as they are investigating the juvenile center. Then Nubara, during a heated exchange between Itadori and Megumi, she is sucked down to a lower level, encountering a lot of lesser curses, I suppose, for lack of a better way of explaining it. And Megumi and Itadori are the ones who are fighting the special grade. Fighting is an understatement, or an overstatement. I mean, they really weren't able to do anything to it. It was kind of like a one-way battle up until Megumi rescued Nubara, took her out. I don't know if this means that he lost the other one because he had to summon the black one, because we saw the white dog got killed, but we only saw the black one again that gave the howl. We also saw that he can summon a snake and a frog. I'm curious to see what other animal-like curses Megumi can summon, because that was cool. But after that howl, Itadori changed over to Sukuna. Sukuna just tried teaming up with the special grade curse, then ended up through an incredible fight scene and kind of doing what Goju did in episode 2, kind of like flexing on him, like sitting there on that rock as the bridge was falling, holding the arm, and then just completely decimated him. And then the episode ended with him like already giving into the fact like, oh well, he's gonna take over now that I did what he wanted me to do. So, and he also healed both of his hands, which I kind of figured that was gonna happen. The main character losing nearly both hands on episode 4 was kind of a shock, but at the same time I'm like, well, maybe when he switches it'll just grow back. But it grew back because Sukuna made them. It wasn't that they automatically grow back. But now we're gonna have to see what happens because he was not able to switch back. I don't know if that's because he went and let him switch while he was severely injured, being his hands and getting tossed around like a rag doll. And I'm curious if we're gonna see what happens with that one of them died thing. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. I'm very curious, maybe is Goju gonna show up or something? I know that he is not there because he's on other business, so yeah. I think I'm gonna stop talking now so we can just jump into this episode, because I've been talking a lot longer than I thought I was gonna. So let's jump into this episode. Let's go. Whoa. Okay, so he can sense when it was killed. That's not gonna happen. How did he already get there? Without any kind of pact. He's gonna rip the clothes off again. He likes the feeling of stuff on his skin. It's Itadori that's killed, isn't it? What in the... Just tosses his heart aside and is still pumping? That was wild. And to eat it to make it so that he's less likely to have control. Yeah, the womb. That's so crazy. That's an insane visual of his that chest hole. No. So he is more than just utility. Let's go. God damn, this music is good. He's just toying with him. Ooh! This animation is nutty. The roach. Oh, that's the snake. That's a big snake. An electric bird? That's no. I was about to say that's incredible, but that's unfortunate. Oh, and he's already behind him? Whoa. Damn. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Come on. Let's go. Bird coming in for the rescue. Yeah, and like, it's holy crap. Holy shit. They're destroyed. Oh no. So that means they're gone? Yeah, destroyed means they're gone. Okay. Yeah, they're wherever they are now, and there's a heart just sitting in a in the grass wherever. Ah, yes, their fight. Flashback? Okay, this is who we saw at the beginning. Is Megumi a female name? Got good intentions. Ooh. So he's finally answering his question. It's allowing him to overcome the control. But that's not good because he doesn't have his heart inside of him. I like this nice moment between them, but isn't he still heartless? Yeah. So it was Itadori. But what twist is about to happen? There's no way he's just dead. That was a sweet moment though. I'm not trying to disregard that. I'm just confused. So these people are in possession of a finger. They all look very interesting. Wait. No. I know I'm pausing, but I want to read the subtitles because those most definitely were backwards. He is the king of curses after all. Okay. Yeah, okay, they're curses. I'm like, there's no way that he can be walking around with that and nobody's freaking out. That makes a lot of sense. King of curses. Interesting. I wonder who he is. Oh, that's Itadori's body. Whoa. Hmm. You're a sick ass teacher. In a good way. I don't want that to come off wrong. I don't know how he's gonna come back, but he is. She's gonna start crying, isn't she? I'd be upset too and be a little more emotional if I didn't suspect he's coming back. Ooh, another student? Or a teacher? Oh! Panda! And another person. Forget that, a talking panda. Tuna and mayo. What? But they're second years. Okay, so she's a student. First speech user. But they're gone. Panda named Panda. Smash Bros? Ooh. Sounds fun. Ooh, this sounds fun to watch. In his death they will they will persevere and become stronger. Admirable. Interesting. Ooh. So he is the strongest. That wasn't just like him talking up. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what is going to happen to bring him back. Interesting. Well, I know I said last episode is probably my favorite episode thus far, but this one kind of takes the cake. That action at the beginning, seeing Sukuna rip his heart out, the fight, the conclusion, him finally answering his question. Megumi and Nabara both in his death wanting to become stronger, while it was kind of unspoken, I guess, for him because of his final words. I really enjoyed that. I'm happy we got to see his curses in action against the likes of Sukuna. We did get an answer. The white dog is unfortunately gone, and now so is the snake. Fortunately, he saved the bird. The name, what was it? Shoot, or was it? I forget the name. Well, you know what I'm talking. Oh, New or Nua, I think somebody told me is how to pronounce it. But yeah, incredible episode. I feel like I would have been hit more emotionally knowing, like, if I knew that this was an actual death, but being that he's the main character, we're gonna have some cool way of him coming back from the look of it. I guess inside of Itadori's body now is like something that Sukuna is still alive in, and I believe he was talking to Itadori there at the end. So yeah. And now we do know Goju is actually the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer, and that's very, very cool to know that he wasn't just saying that he was stronger when he was kind of egging on Sukuna in, I believe it was episode 2, when he said he was the strongest. So I'm excited to see him. Hopefully we get to see him fighting in the future. and I'm very curious to see what happens next. So I think that's all I have to say. If you stuck around through the end and you enjoyed my reaction, please consider dropping a like to let me know. And if you haven't already, and you want to stay up to date on all my future reactions, Jujutsu and other, please also consider subscribing and ringing that bell, as they say. And until next time, with my next episode of Jujutsu Kaisen, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and peace.